Up next is Kathy Ahlenius with Wyoming DOT. She is Wyoming's professional geologist and a 31-year employee of the Wyoming Department of Transportation. The last 20 years in WYDOT's Research Services Program. She was among the last group of people trained by Dr. Ronald Tabler, who was just mentioned in MnDOT's presentation, who is known internationally as the Blizzard Wizard. She has presented to groups that have varied from local interest groups to federal agencies and to other DOTs and internationally as well. Kathy, I welcome you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Jeremy, and welcome everyone. Go to the next slide. So the reason WYDOT is talking to you today about snow fence is from this 2012 Clear Roads map showing the annual snowfall, and Wyoming gets anywhere from 1.5 to 13 feet of snow a year. Next slide. And over 1,000 hours of blowing snow. And if you look in the middle of that red blob with the white spots in it, I-80 runs right through there. Next slide. So WYDOT has been, the highway department and now WYDOT has been using snow fence to control blowing snow since before we even had paved roads. Next slide. Oops, sorry. So in 1971, Dr. Ron Tabler was hired as a consultant for WYDOT to help keep the newly opened I-80 route open. The first year it was open, it was closed more than it was open during the winter. It earned the name of the Snow Cheeman Trail for those of you who are old enough to remember Vietnam references. So Dr. Tabler's research has led to a resurgence in the use of snow fence, not only in Wyoming, but in other states like Minnesota and Iowa and Wisconsin and also worldwide. He also, the work he performed in Wyoming also led to the manual controlling blowing and drifting snow with snow fence and road design, which was published in 2003 and is still the go-to book for many of us. So from that research, it was determined, and we've seen this in some of the other slides, that properly engineered fence systems improve the visibility, improve road surface condition, reduce crashes, reduces your winter maintenance costs, and prevents drifts on the roadway. Next slide. So there's several things that we look at when we're looking to site snow fences. And we have a lot of wide open spaces here in Wyoming. But adequate storage capacity is critical. You need to have enough room to store the snow that you're going to trap with the snow fence. And additionally, you need to have enough room to trap, hold that trapped snow plus any plow cast you get from plowing the road. We want long, tall, and porous fences, and then they need to be properly located with alignment and placement to the wind and the roadway, the setback from the road, and then any openings. Next. So what makes a good snow fence? Height of at least 6 feet, 40 to 50% porosity, a bottom gap that's about 10% of the total height of the fence. Dr. Tabler determined horizontal rails are best, even though a lot of us are still using a lot of 4-foot lath fencing. And the most critical thing is that they're durable and maintained, because they sit out there all year long, not just in the winter. And you need to make sure they're maintained so they stay up. So in 2005, WYDOT started an asset inventory program with the survey of our snow fences. And we contracted with a local engineering firm, Tri-Hydro, to go out and collect the data on our snow fences. And while there have been changes here and there, right now we've got about 460 miles of snow fence on 6,733 centerline miles of roadway. And so next slide, the latest iteration of our snow fence management tool is the snow fence viewer. And so this was again created by TriHydro, who have been our consultants during this whole program. And we have the viewer was created in 2016, and it was used building Esri's app builder and ArcGIS Enterprise. Next slide. So there's a lot of information on these slides, or on these in the viewer. A lot of it's controlled by the scale, whether you're zooming in and zooming out. And we've tried to get enough information on the fences that it can be a one-stop shop for our maintenance guys and any other entity who's using our viewer. So next slide. So by clicking on a fence, you can pull up a lot of information. Each fence has a unique fence ID number, and then a fence number that's just based on the milepost and the fence within that milepost. We also have it so you can get it tabular. If you look at the bottom of the screen, for every fence, you can pull up a table that gives you information on when we refaced it, repaired it, what crew it belongs to, the offset from center line, the bottom gap based on the first panel of the fence, the panel width, anything that we think that could be useful for the maintenance guys to know if they need to order 16-foot boards or 12-foot boards. Next slide. We also take photos of the fences at the time of inventory. This is one of our vertical fences that we replaced one of the Wyoming style fences. We have about 10% of our inventory now is these vertical fences, and they're located mainly along I-80. So next slide. We also in 2017 contracted with this University of Wyoming to update Tabler's wind and precipitation tables that he had created back in the 70s. So Dr. O'Hara used the PRISM data from Oregon State and along with some other data sets, and we now have a winter wind direction that we can show statewide. Next slide. And from that, we can show the wind at the fences and what part of the roadway they protect. Now, this is not an exact science, because to go to each one of our, well, I can't remember, 3,600 fences is quite a chore with this. So this is just a modeled wind at the fence. And it shows you what part of the roadway is protected. We also can show where the drifts would build based on this modeled wind direction. I don't have that as a slide, but we have a lot of information that we can show on these fences. So, and that's it. It's just a really quick and dirty presentation.